Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ladies Wot Pod, episode 20. And look who's back.
I'm back. I'm back. That's a dramatic.
A dramatic entrance. Yes. And it is going to be dramatic because two things. We have a bit of a network problem here. So I am running off Dr. T's phone. It's been all IT department who's got 5G on his phone. So we are really pushing the boundaries of the Rolls-Royce of software because my broadband provider's gone tilt. Here on the edge of the fens, we don't have broadband. So, literally we were planning.
You don't need a Virgin crisis just before Christmas, do you, really?
You need a Virgin crisis. I've just realised
seasonal.
I've got my breakfast in my teeth very unattractively. Anyway, so first off, we need to say should we introduce ourselves for those of you who don't know who we are?
Good idea.
I'm Claire Jones. I'm just back from the glories of Poe, and I live on the edge of the fens where there isn't any internet connection. And I have a camera stuck to my face, and I wear a red hat. And my IT department, little aside, had one of those moments that we're kind of getting used to as a pair of families. Bloke walks up to him in Poe and said, "Just had my photo taken by EPCR." "Oh," says Dr. Jones, "that's nice." He said, "And that Mrs. Red Hat." I've still got something in my teeth. I do apologise. I'm not going to be able to move now. Anyway, I only had two. Lovely. So he had. It was one of those weekends. And you are Liz?
I am Liz Saunders, and I am in South Northamptonshire, where at the moment I still have a network. Nobody's nicked my underground cables for a long time. Oh, missus. I'm in that sort of mood, really. I'm freshly returned from Barbados, which is why I wasn't on the pod last week. And a big thank you to the former Miss J, Becca, the current Mrs. C, for stepping in and doing, I was going to say, I think she did it a little too well, actually. Watching it, I was a bit shifting uncomfortably. All that research, there's no need for that. No need for that at all. Far better just to rely on your memory and blag it, really. It's what we normally do.
Yes.
No time for research.
So, yes. So thank you to Mrs. C. Who,
thanks ever so much, Becca.
Yeah, and we're on a tight schedule today because I have to go to the dentist again. Well, more of that shortly. And also we have a message from Mrs. Hendy. Look, the dog walk on Wednesday, Claire. I need the pod.
Oh, okay, so we. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mrs. Hendy. Where our life may have got in the way of your dog walk.
Stand by your beds. I think there are a lot of dog walkers who are relying on us. So
I think there are quite a lot of dog walkers and the horses.
And the horses, yeah. Yeah.
There's only humans listening to us.
I'm going to... Excuse me a minute. I'm going to face the other way because this is really winding me up.
Honestly, it's so professional. You make Andy Good look professional. You do realise. Anyway... so this is episode 20 of series 2 of the Ladies Wot Pod.
Yes,
which
and we come back from a glorious holiday with cocktails. I know that. Oh, and what's this about you being over competitive at the pool table?
You know me, I'm absolutely over competitive in absolutely anything I do. So I don't play pool. I'm useless at pool. They used to describe it in Walsall Rugby Club. There was only me and a scrum half who I've forgotten his surname. Jan Webster. How could I forget him? I've known Jan Webster, former England scrum half, very small man. Only the two of us who ever needed to use a rest to play pool. I was useless at pool. Anyway,
a rest to play pool.
There was a pool table in the rum shop, And Paul said, my IT department said, "Oh, let's have a game of pool." Well, if Goldington Road did pool tables, it would be there was such a slope on it. And then I was accused of being over competitive, which of course I was.
Yes,
and I
it's very rare for your husband to appear on social media. It was a private social media, i.e. WhatsApp, but he was most insistent on this, and I thought, oh, that's touched a nerve. Anyway, so we come back.
Yeah,
we're going to talk a lot about that game and that trip. Douse is absolutely spot on. We were talking about it earlier when he talks about these trips are about making memories, and about making memories for the supporters, for the club, for the staff, and also obviously the players and coaches. So, and this was one of those trips that we would have thoroughly enjoyed it. I got told off by Graham because he asked me the question, what was your favourite trip? So I asked you, what was your favourite trip ever, Liz? What would you say? Ever.
Oh, Timisoara.
So, there you go. He said to me, "You can't say that." I went, "Yes, I can."
It's just awesome. It's just amazing. Yes. Ask anybody who was there.
Yeah. And there were quite a few people who wanted to know the story who weren't there this weekend because, yes. Anyway,
it was this 7 years ago this weekend. Of course,
I know, amazing.
So,
time flies when you're having fun. So, Pau is in the foothills of the Pyrenees. We could see them in the distance. Well, actually, we say we could see them in the distance. We saw them when we arrived on Friday afternoon, and then they disappeared because for 2 days we basically had sort of miserly rain. And we thought, no, come back, nice weather. And it did on Sunday. Dr. Jones and I so Friday, we learnt, was the first day of the Christmas market.
Oh, lucky.
And it was a big thing. I mean, lots of people kept discovering bits of market all over the town. It wasn't just in one area. They were going for it. You know, it was big night out in Poe. But it was also big night out in Poe on Friday evening because we went to see the handball.
Ah, yeah.
Because handball handball is huge in France. So it was Poe, Bernay, anyway, 2 towns have combined to form a handball team. They play in the 2nd division, so it's like playing in the champ, from what we could work out. And they were playing. Well, initially the IT department said Chamonix. And I'm looking at the badge thinking, that doesn't say Chamonix. No, it was Cherbourg. Not far off, you know.
Blimey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Long trip down.
8-hour journey to get from Cherbourg to Poe.
Yeah. Long way.
Long way, yes. But it was great fun. And we ended up in the posh seats completely by accident. We didn't spend very much. It wasn't very much for your posh seats. But we were behind one of the benches. And there was a lot of interaction between the crowd and the Cherbourg team because, unlike rugby, the teams swap at half-time. So the teams go to the other bench in the other half. They swap.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So Dr. Jones and I didn't stay for the whole of the match. Poe won, for those of you who are interested. So they're now it was 2nd place, 4th. And I think they went over a couple of places. So it's all very exciting. But it was great fun. Great fun. Anyway, Saturday, Saints show. But that doesn't tell the half of it. Because most people travelled on Saturday. And we ended up in a reenactment of planes, trains and automobiles.
Yeah. I was watching it unfold on the book that is Face. It was all sorts of traumas of people getting there. All sorts of traumas.
Sorts of traumas.
Well done to those who got there and have got their right accommodation. Because some people...
Yes, it was Airbnb issues, weren't there? Yeah.
Yeah, there were Airbnb issues and all sorts going on.
So we will talk more about hotels because there was some confusion in some parts. So Dr. Jones and I did the really soft route. And we went Eurostar to Paris, stayed in Montparnasse, which is a lovely part of Paris, and then got on mid-morning on the Friday, got the TGV down to Pau. Couldn't be easier. Went on the funicular. from the
I have
station.
memories of the Gare de Montparnasse was where the famous cry of "Hans, Hans" came to after we were trying to get people on a train because we'd missed the connection 2
Yes.
years ago. Was it 2 years ago, La
Something
Rochelle?
like that. Yeah. La Rochelle. More of that shortly.
Only 2 years ago. Yeah, blimey.
We bumped into a Tiger supporter at St Pancras on their way to La Rochelle.
Ah!
Anyway, moving on. I don't think they were very happy about the team
We've
selection.
all been there. No, that was weird. So they're concentrating on the league then, are they?
Yeah, and I don't think the Tiger supporters were very happy about it. Because you spend a lot of money, you know.
You do.
So well done to everybody who booked cars. I particularly enjoyed those that went from Toulouse to Bordeaux to back to Pau, because that's it's 3 sides of an equilateral triangle that you're attempting there. Anyway, because the train between Toulouse and Pau, we think there was either a landslide or flooding because there was heavy rain on Friday night. They did warn us about it, and it took out the track.
No.
Anyway, well done. Everybody made it, so that was good. So the Saints show, the Galway, which was down, I was going to say on the seafront. That was...
What?
On the cliff edge.
Seafront. Something drastic has happened there. Part of France has disappeared, surely.
It's at the top of the hill, overlooking the railway line and the sea and all the rest of it. And the bloke next door, in the bar next door, was getting very peed off because there were so many people in the Galway that we were encroaching on his outdoor bar area. So he was getting a bit bent out of shape. So he got his broom out. It's like, get off my land, you know. Anyway, it was lots of Saints supporters, lots of singing. So I think Graham Lenny would have been pleased. But I was greeted by Stealth CEO.
Not being stealthy, though, presumably, if she greeted you.
No, she was in bright white, so you couldn't really miss her.
Yeah.
And she was explaining that she was on the trip where when they arrived in Pau, the border control decided that everybody would be photographed and have their fingerprints. Oh,
that happened when they got... Not when they left Birmingham. But...
Not when they left Birmingham, when they arrived in France.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah. Now, Dr. Jones had traversed most of St Pancras looking for somebody to register with, and then a very nice man in Eurostar High Vis said, "Oh, no, don't worry about that. We're not doing that till February." So those of us on Eurostar didn't need to worry. But in Pau, they did. So you were all right if you were at the front of the plane, and of course, the only people really who were time critical on that plane were the players and coaches and Lenny and Graham. And the players and coaches were fine because they were towards the front of the plane. Lenny and Graham were in the back. Took over 3 hours to get there. So you've never seen Graham move so fast through a pub when he arrived.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Now, George Hibbard...
And that was...
helpfully told us
to say, there was a reason.
There was a reason. Other than the fact they were inept. One of the 2 processing people, managed to pour coffee all over their keyboard.
Quelle horreur. Quelle horreur.
Anyway, so we all made it. Everybody was in one piece. Douse was in very good fooling for a man that had witnessed carnage in an airport, but he was in. He wasn't at the Galway. We bumped into him later, but and it was lovely. I met loads of people, as you do on these trips. You meet loads of people. So hello to everybody I met. Too numerous to mention. All sorts of strange tales. To the poor soul that Mandy Edmonds and I had a conversation with about hotels.
I love this. I love this story.
So somebody had to get their phone out. They'd only spent 20 minutes in the hotel. Might have had something to do with it. because they were convinced they were in the Ibis. Took us a few minutes to work out. No. They were in the same hotel as me. And that wasn't the Ibis. And we only worked it out by the layout of the room.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant. Well, I hope they got back safely.
Everybody got back safely. Cats were in danger in the Ibis. We had palaces in the hotel we were in. So, but it was funny when the phone appeared and they had to look up where they were. Anyway, so a jolly time was had by all. We ended up having dinner. Again, you see, you've talked about this many times, Liz. We ended up bumping into a couple who sit in the Barwell stand and had a lovely dinner. And we're talking all sorts of nonsense. I think they've been Saints supporters for a while, but don't think they're entirely convinced by the position in the Barwell, because they've ended up this season with all the away supporters. You can imagine the Saracens game wasn't fun. Anyway, there was the sentence that, "Oh, you're one of the ladies," and I went, "Yes, I am. Yes." Anyway, Sunday arrives and the weather was spectacular. I think it came across on the TV.
Looked it.
It was about 20 degrees, very different from Friday and Saturday. 20 degrees. The Pyrenees looked beautiful in the distance. The ground was spectacular. Francois, whose surname I've forgotten, who was the media manager, thank you. You were utterly charming, so organised. Their press room, apart from being highly entertaining, more of that in a minute, their press room did not feature any merch of a Dazzle variety. I mean, seriously. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. I can tell you that the medallion, the medallion man medal that Mitch won was medallion-like. Huge.
It was. I could see that on the telly.
The Dazzle was as big as it was last season. So
Dazzle's huge. It will need its own room.
Now, I did have a crisis, and I nearly mugged Lewis for his stool, but I got the look from Liz. Tyler.
Did you?
I think you'll find he'll need his stool, Claire. And I'm thinking, I'm not actually being completely serious, but hey, I forgot my fishing stool. So plan A was, I'm going to sit on a tackle bag. And Kev looked at me and said, I said, okay, sit in the tackle bag. And he went, well, they're not one of ours. Are you going to turn it sideways? And I said, if I turn it sideways, I'm like looking over a fence. It won't be tall enough. But if I sort of lean on it, but there was no way I could only do that for one half, because there was no way I was going to make anybody carry a tackle bag to the other end of the ground. I know they do that all the time, but anyway. But fortunately for me, I found some electrical boxes that didn't electrocute me. They were basically all the TV cables. So I sat on those and they were perfect height. So problem solved. Anyway, yes, so the ground at Poe was stunning. It wasn't full. Wasn't full by any means. They had a lovely band, but it was arranged rather weirdly. The drums were in one place and the band was in another. Don't know how they stayed in time, but that was a bit weird. And they sang a hymn.
The French band. A French band, timing is never important to French bands. If they all finish together, it's a blessing. Trust me, I've seen enough.
So it was a bit weird because, but they were lovely. The crowd were lovely. They were charming and helpful and passionate. More of that in a minute during the game. So it was a beautiful scene. The weather was fabulous. The light was fantastic. I couldn't even have a moan about that. Absolutely brilliant. EPCR were helpful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What sort of parallel universe was that?
I know. I was going to say, no, you're being helpful. Can you stop it? Henry, get out the flipping way. So, Mitch, we spent ages working with the TV, with EPCR, with every. I mean, it was lovely. Ages. I say ages. I'm making a drama out of a crisis here. But and we'd worked it out that Mitch would run straight towards me and Lewis past the ball, past the ballon, past the TV camera. It was all fine. Except Henry was stood in a flipping way. So Mitch had to take this sort of circuitous route to get onto the pitch. Congratulations on your 150 caps, Mitch. We did our best.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Anyway.
150 caps and a rather fetching beret.
Oh, the beret at the end. Yes, 150 caps and a beret. Yes. So the game.
The game, yeah.
It's a win in France.
The game.
It's a win in France.
How many times have we lost in France? So 2 years ago we were in La Rochelle going, what the actual dear God. Was it only 2 years ago? Was it 3 years ago?
It might be 3 years ago. I think it might be 3 years ago. It must be 3 years ago. I'm afraid your name came up in dispatches a lot of times this weekend, talking about that game in La Rochelle, and a certain person he was stood next to.
Oh, yeah. The father of our then defence, I say defence coach, talk about robbing a living, but yeah.
So, yes.
Anyway, enough of that.
Yeah. So, I think we start with the word Butterfingers.
Oh, Lord, there was a lot of... We found every way possible to fumble, drop the ball, knock it on, pass it to somebody's head instead of their hands. I mean, I have no idea what was going on. Trying too hard. Yeah.
And ring rusty. It was the first time this team had played together.
Yeah.
And you could tell there was the timing was just slightly off. If it ever clicks, oh my God. Anyway.
Well, which it will. I'm confident now.
Well, it did. It started to in the second half. I mean, you could see.
It did, yeah. Yeah.
I am going to make special mention to Ram. Now, we win as a team and we lose as a team, but I think there are players this week that we need to put an arm round and say, flipping fabulous, well played, learn your lesson, go and talk to Edo. Rambo.
You two. On the naughty step together. You just go and do something together, you two.
Do some knitting. Do something.
Compare notes.
And the guy he took out in the air, so it was a card. The colour is, first off, his 2 tries was fabulous. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh,
well played. They were well-worked team tries.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. So, well done, Rambo. You knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to knock the ball back. So then grabbing the guy by the shoulder, when they've already dropped him, you're being a bit of an idiot, Rambo. If you just kept your hands away from him, he'd have landed on the ground and you'd have been none the wiser. The little smile on the ground, because it straight at me, because it was like, hold on a minute, you're not hurt. That's bad. That's really, really bad.
Well, even the commentators were saying because the medic was on with a flash going, stay down, he's telling him to stay down. They're milking this.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So Rambo, just leave him to it. Mitch and Coles, I believe, is our next pairing. Mitch and Coles and Mitch.
Coles and Mitch and
Coles
Coles.
And Mitch and Coles.
Again? To me, they have the sound of an upper crust delicatessen, Mitchell and Coles. The buffet tonight is brought to you by Mitchell and Coles. Yeah, that's where I'm going with them. Yeah.
The interplay between Finn, Mitch, we know about, but add in a portion of Coles, and you have got a devastating. Yeah. I mean,
the way
just magnifique. Yeah. And Hendo, as I said to his dad, Rob, aim for the bum seemed to be the.
Yes. So, would you like to talk us through your trials and tribulations of trying to get a photograph?
Oh, so I've just realised I'm on a picture of Henry. We'll talk about Henry in a minute because he is the pantomime villain.
Yeah, yes.
So here we go. So first up, shout out to Toby Tame for that. Well, a shout out first for Finn feigning the drop goal and going for it.
Yeah.
A delicious pass by Toby Tame to the Ginger Ninja, who dived in for the score. And for those of you who have seen the photo, you might think, gosh, that's a bit tight, but he looks like he's quite enclosed. Here he is diving in, but you might notice on this side of the frame, it means... Yes. But either way, the Ginger Ninja, fabulous. And then he scores, and then he celebrates, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy. Well, we were happy. I don't think the Section Palois fans were entirely convinced by the whole thing, but there you go. Yes, so aim for the bum is the new thing. Now, the reason I'm going backwards through the photos, I thought while we're here, we might as well have a talk about the pantomime villain. It's taking a while to load. Yeah, I don't think Tim's phone is quite up for it, so we'll leave that one.
No.
No,
so
it's done. Here we go.
Done now. Yeah. Oh, hello. Grimace there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good grimace, isn't it? There he is. Yes. So Henry, he needs his roots doing, doesn't he?
Don't tell him that.
Yeah.
He'll be on it.
So Henry was booed onto the pitch in the second half.
You can hear it on telly.
Yeah. But at the end of the game, when the players were coming out having done what they were doing, the youngsters could not get enough of him. They were all over him. He was huge. Selfies, autographs, the usual old stuff. And Henry, being Henry, was utterly charming and spent some time with all of them. So, I think we're going to have some fun in Bordeaux, but he won over, as he always does, he won over the Palois. So, well done him.
We've got lots of. We have a game of Henry Pollock bingo whenever there's any mention on him, and there's all the time. There's various postings about him from various centres, and there's this Henry Pollock bit. How soon before a South African comes? It's like a nanosecond now.
Yes.
Oh, wait till he plays South Africa, because nobody else can say it now because he's faced everybody else. But wait till he plays South Africa. We'll wait, and of course now we get the why you're going to gouge his eyes.
12 weeks. What was that all about? Anyway.
What? Ridiculous. Anyway.
Absolutely ridiculous.
So and the other one about in the Henry Pollock bingo is, I hope somebody's keeping him real. Oh, yes. We can assure you he has a lot of big brothers keeping him very, very real. Very real.
Absolutely. So I would say that we were ring rusty. That was the thing. We were definitely ring rusty. And as we got more into the game, the flow just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming. I thought the pack were immense. And
huge.
You want to give a shout out to one particular member of the pack.
Big Trev, I thought it looked like he was enjoying himself as they kept recirculating props. We'll take that one off and then we'll try somebody else and then we'll do. I mean, it was like, oh God, a prop merry-go-round against. I mean, all six of ours were brilliant, but I got the impression Big Trev was thoroughly enjoying himself. He may have said that, nobody would know, but he was having a ball out there, and I thought he was immense, absolutely.
He really was.
And clear pass when he came on as well. Yeah, but Trev,
they were great. And Dowse mentioned in dispatches all six of the front row, because they were immense. If you look closely at my photos, folks, when they're published, you can see Big Trev applauding Mitch in the background when he's scoring his try. Unbelievable. Anyway, and of course, Mr. Fischetti, it was lovely seeing him back doing the Alan Shearer finger in the air as Mitch goes over. So I think Josh Kemeny.
Oh, he had a huge game as well, because you could almost see the French guy going, "Well, you're not very big. I'll have you," as he's eating dirt minutes later. It's like,
I thought Josh Kemeny was immense, absolutely immense. Callum Chick must be thinking, this is what it's like to win in Europe. Although, congratulations to the Red Bulls for winning in Lyon. We remember that. Yeah, I went round at the end of the game going, this is the first time I've ever seen us win in France. What a load of old nonsense, Jones. What about that match in Lyon? Anyway.
Yeah, Lyon, yeah.
Oh, by the way, Monsieur Bello, who was there as a travelling substitute, wanders past me before the game and goes, "It's a lovely day to play rugby in my country, in my beautiful country." I thought, sick.
Oh, bless him.
Yes.
Well, yes. To be honest, he could recite the phone directory to you, and you'd be going, "That's lovely. What a lovely thing to do."
Anyway, he looked very happy, as you do. So I think the back row were great. I think Colsey and JJ in the second row.
JJ! Oh my God, JJ! It's just like, JJ's got the ball. Oh, how many people are going to die? Several.
So yes, and we talked about Colsey already. Yes. So, but there's one person who is notified by his absence. Ferbs. We haven't talked about Ferbs, but we are going to talk a lot about Ferbs in a minute.
Yeah.
And the two wingers, Hendo on one side, Rambo on the other. Yeah. The centres, oiled machine.
Yeah. Dingers and Hutch.
Dingers
and Hutch. Rolls and Royce. Yeah.
But the Ladies Wot Pod, player of the match. And in some ways, I was so glad that the TV didn't nick it.
Yeah.
TP.
Absolutely. Being as he got a belt to the eye quite early on.
Oh, God, he
looked a right mess by the end. But yeah, he was just everywhere and just so strong, that boy. Really, he's having a brilliant season, I think.
Congratulations on the 50
Long
caps.
may it last.
Congratulations on the 50 caps. And he and Mitch had their photo together because he was very keen for that to happen. So I sorted that one out at the end. So well done. But now we have to talk about refereeing.
Ugh. Well done to the crowd for reffing so well, to be fair. At Welford Road.
At what stage I thought Mr. PRD and the TMO were going to go out and go, "What did you think, everybody?"
So did we think that was the Saints knock on? Did we? Yeah, okay, we'll give
season,
that then.
But really,
it was dreadful. Even Andy Good was commenting, saying it's just ridiculous. That I mean, the bloke, it was a fantastic try he scored, but he came from
a metre in front.
Metre in front. He started his run long before Robson had kicked. So
which leads me nicely on to the Sgt Wilson Award, which has to go.
Oh yes,
to the original, the one and only George Fairbank. And the best.
Yeah.
Who rather delightedly, obviously, they got the sensitivity of the ref mic up, because you don't normally hear that much of the discussion. But all we heard was, we need VAR. We need a line. Much chortling in the background.
Yes.
But he was bob on.
And also, we did hear him say, "Are you going to stop the game every time the crowd asks?" Or some words to that effect.
Mitch got told off, didn't he? "I do not need this from you." Anyway.
Okay. But I was just trying to counterbalance the 20,000 people yelling for
And another one from George. When we were having a bit of a debate, was it a line out or a scrum? My players all stopped because the assistant referee waved his flag.
Yeah.
I then pointed out to my IT department, when we watched the replay, that even if it wasn't a line out to us, it was a scrum to us because he threw the ball forwards. And given the tiny forward passes he was giving in the first half, I mean, they were forward, but this one was miles forward.
Massively forward. And even had he chosen to ignore that, they were in touch after that anyway.
Well,
carry on with them. Yeah.
But it didn't make any difference because we just nicked the ball off them. So there we go. And well done, Henry, for, doing a Henry thing and nicking the ball back.
Yes.
All right,
and
we'll have the ball
actually,
then.
I thought Henry made a valiant bid for the Sgt Wilson Award, having a chat with Andrea. So if I do so, that will be all right then, in his charming Henry way. And yes, see, go away, don't talk to me.
Oh, bless. So afterwards, so I have to, Douse nailed it, because what were they doing at the end? So they got a losing bonus point. They had that in the bag. Worst case, they had a losing bonus point. But no, we're going to go a bit mad and try and play sevens and get taken into touch and then give away a penalty.
French.
It's just like... So I don't think Douse was complaining that they didn't get anything out of the game.
No. But to be fair, we've seen Saints do stupid things like that instead of just secure what you've got.
But isn't it nice?
Be grateful for what you've got. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, we took the 3. Well done, Finn. And home for team medals. Everyone went yip crazy. Well, actually, the Pal Wiles didn't. But anyway. Shoe Army song. Yeah.
Shoe Army song was TP. Big Trev on behalf of the front row. And Mitch.
Yep. And there was a special guest. Indeed, was there not?
There was. Well done, TP. Mooney was in town. Oh, hello.
Yeah. No, talking about Mooney, we did see more of a Poe player than we might have wanted to see, and thank goodness he had a pair of extra shorts on underneath at one point.
Yeah, well, we had that with Archie Benson at Bedford.
We've had quite a lot. We've had quite a lot of it.
Yes, Archie scored his try minus his shorts.
Because we saw more of JJ than we wanted to in training. I think,
can we please get elastic in our shorts? Oh, I did at training last week. I did think of you because Henry was wearing James Martin's shorts and James Martin was wearing Henry's shorts because Henry had decided he wanted a smaller size, and James Martin very kindly lent him his shorts, which I thought was very nice of James. Anyway, going back to our shorts discussion. No, so the post-match shenanigans, the Shoe Army song was sung with gusto, and Lewis was all over the show. I was concentrating on the 4 singers and then turning round, getting the scene. But
he was doing a tour of the.
You saw he went all the way round. Yeah,
I did.
Yeah,
quite dizzy. Quite dizzy.
Yeah. And then it was taking photographs of everybody. So Toby Tame obviously made his European debut, as did Cleopas. So we did a backs photo and a front row photo. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant that, it wasn't just the players. It was the coaches. It was the S&C guys. It was everybody involved, all the medics, everybody involved just got involved. It was lovely. So I was very impressed. And they wouldn't let me take the photo. I think Jake Sharp was the last one to join the backs photo. So everybody... In fact, could you... We heard a lot of Jake Sharp on the commentary. I don't know if anyone spotted that one. Anyone, go and have a listen back. You can hear Jake yelling instructions from the sidelines. They really did have...
that's who it is.
Yeah, it's Jake Sharp. Yeah. Because I'm thinking, that's Jake. Oh, You won't like that. Yes, so you can hear a lot about what's going on. So I had an absolute blast in the changing room, as you would hope. Yeah, I take one for the team, but I really enjoy.
You normally tell us, "Oh, I have to go and do that. I don't like doing it." That's what you tell us.
I
We're
really
standing waiting for you.
And thank you to everybody who put up with me in the changing room. So it was lovely. And then we headed off for post-match shenanigans, where we ended up in an Irish pub, another Irish pub in Poe, and there was much discussion of the game and lots of talk of Timoshwara, because everybody wants to know the tale of Timoshwara, who wasn't there, and
you weren't there.
Yeah. So it was all very lovely, and then we all headed home. And it's 5 points in the bag, and we'll talk about Bulls shortly. So I have to say congratulations to everybody. I will be, so I've got loads of photos, you can imagine. I took lots of photos of the crowd deliberately. One mum didn't realise she was in the shot until I sent her the photo this morning. She's not happy with her facial expression. So... It's a 560mm lens. I'm not going to check whether your facial expression is right. Anyway, so yes. But yes, so I will be posting those. I'll be putting them on social media. So I will put them on the Saint Supporters page and the Saint Sinners or wherever it is. So help yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. You can have them and put them in your Christmas cards or whatever, because everybody was having a jolly time. So well done. So Ladies Wot Pod player of the match is TP, and Sgt Wilson is George. So, and it's a cracking start to a competition that we clearly love playing. Yet Finn gets that sort of... They used to talk about Johnny Bairstow, the England cricketer, where he gets that look in his eyes. Finn gets that look in his eyes of, right, I'm going to have these guys. And he was,
Some of his tackling is just ridiculous from a lad his size. I've got him
tackling him. I can't, because we're running off Dr. Jones's phone. She looks nervously to see if the battery's gone flat yet. I don't want to show any pictures, but have a look on the website, folks, because you will find Finn Smith tackling a very large tight head prop.
Yeah. He just, and time again, he, just compared with recent international English fly halves, his tackling is quite immense. And
his tackling is amazing. His tackling is amazing. So yeah, well done. Meanwhile, at Goldington Road.
Oh yeah. Well, they won. Thanks to
Clever TV and Rugby Pass for showing it for free. So before we headed out for the Saint show and pubs and whatever, I sat down and watched the first half, and well done to Billy Pascoe and Archie Benson. Both of them played really, really well. But as a collective, I wouldn't have wanted to be in the changing room at half time. I think Mr. Rare would have said a few choice words.
Yeah. He can deliver choice words pretty well, I would think, in quite a scary way.
But in the same way that Saints dug themselves out of a bit of a hole, Bedford dug themselves out of a bit of a hole and got home by 1 point. And took the 5 points. So, in the end, it all came good. But I would imagine Mr. Rare was not the happiest of campers. And they've got a tough trip next week, which we'll talk about in a minute. But there you go. And I'm really pleased. Really pleased for Billy Pascoe that it's all starting to come good, because he's getting game time. And it's exactly what we talk about with the Bedford Blues relationship. And the guys start playing regularly, you see them come on. So... well done, Billy. Keep going. And Archie, get some elastic in your shorts. Archie ask your nice friend, Finn Brown, yeah? Lightning. Lightning.
Does Finn is he travelling haberdashery or something then? Does Finn?
Well, they're inseparable, so, you know, a mate helping a mate. So.
Well, they are. Yeah.
Lightning. So they headed off to...
Lightning, oh, yeah.
The StoneX. It was a tough ask, but they were winning at one stage. I was sort of half, while I was in the press room, keeping an eye on what was going on.
Yeah.
So it tough gig, really tough gig. I'd like to congratulate Carmen and Morrill for her 50th cap. She's only 21. Yeah. She's captained the side in Daisy's absence. She is a little superstar. She was a friend of the pod. So well done to Carmen. But I think lots to learn. But they're still in fourth.
Yeah.
So it's such a tight league. They're still in fourth, which is where they wanted to be in the top four. So they're still going strong. So keep going. And they're off to Brizzle. We'll talk about them in a minute. Brizzle.
Yeah. And interesting that they have a similar mindset to the boys, from what I can gather. Right, we win together, we lose together. We'll not dwell on the loss. We'll take the lessons learned and move forward. That seems to be very much the message this season. That it's okay. We're young. We're coming together and working on that. So well played, girls. And there will be better days to come.
Yeah. So, walking rugby. Oh, are we going to do Towcester? And I never know which way round to do it. Towcester under 8s and 11s and all that shenanigans.
We can do. Let's do that then.
Double portion of Towcester last week.
Yeah, double toast. We only got one this week because they were both supposed to be playing away at Bugbrook, but then the under 11s were playing at home and I couldn't help out with ferrying one to the other place. So Alfie is happier to loll around watching his brother getting tips about older boys rugby, which is what he wants to play. So we have a photo of Alfie prepared to watch the game. As you see, there he is, all cosy and well prepared. That used to be my deck chair, actually, but there we go. Anyway, and with his companion, who's a small white bear known as Mr. Brian. So that it was Hannah's, given to Hannah when she was a little girl, and he's named after a belligerent English hooker, Brian Moore, and he has a lot of opinions for a small white bear. Mainly about the French and the Welsh, so and tigers. Anyway,
same year as Dr. Jones at Nottingham.
And we've heard some stories about that we can't repeat because he is a lawyer. Anyway, although if you have the defence of truth, so Harry played, and we have Harry's short, succinct video now.
So today we played Bugbrook, my enemies, and we had a interesting set of games. Definitely not the best game in the world. We had a interesting first half of the first game, and our only game, and a good second half, I'd say. Some things were said on the pitch I wouldn't want to repeat, but yeah, it's quite a good one. We had a quick training session. This is our last match of 2025. We will have training sessions though from now on for a while.
Is that everything?
Yeah. Also, Mr. Brian is here.
Again, helped by Mr. Brian. I don't know what was said on the pitch, but we'll find out. I'll find out, and I may tell you. Right, so that's Towcester. Bless them. So they've only got training now up until Christmas, I think. I think it's Christmas jumper week next week or something.
All right.
I think they're training. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so yes, so walking rugby, I don't know.
Okay.
I think there might be I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Callum. Everybody walking with me. I don't know what's happening. I barely know what day it is. Something's happening this Thursday, and possibly something might be playing against Cardiff on Saturday. Yes, we're not involved in that because we've got a family weekend this weekend coming up. So, yeah, I think that's what's happening. But anybody who's around, join Darren and get down, and we'll, walking rugby 5:30 on a Thursday in the barn.
Excellent. Saints Sports Club?
Again, we've got a committee meeting on Monday, and we were hoping to get some little social event before Christmas, but the people we wanted to be involved can't be involved. So we'll do something going in the new year. So, yeah. But when we know, we'll know. We took a coach to Bristol that was small but beautifully formed, apparently. And I think there's still space on the coach to Saracens. We won't be doing a coach to Bath between Christmas and New Year because the take-up is never that high. And I think, well, it's a stupid time of year. And the prices for tickets are ridiculous.
Oh, I'm glad he's not in the house, is all I can say. He's still smarting with £140.
Yeah.
But we have a big weekend of rugby ahead of us.
We do. Very exciting. So Bedford hurtling down to the West Country for a Friday night fixture against Pirates. Wow.
Yeah.
And in Penzance, I think it is at their Mene Field, isn't it? I think it's actually at Penzance.
And if
you
you
still
recall,
move around the Pirates?
No, they play at Menai Field. If you recall, Bedford beat them at Menai Field in a pre-season fixture.
They did.
That's when Charlie broke his leg. Bless him. The Bulls are in town
Sunday.
Vodacom Bulls, who lost to Bordeaux in Pretoria.
Yeah.
And they put out a strong team as well, so it'll be interesting to see what happens at the weekend. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being back at the Gardens. It seems like we haven't been there in years.
It does look a long time.
Yeah, it does. It's ridiculous. And then we've got Lightning are off to Bristol, and Bristol appear to have a few selection problems with front rows and the like. So they're going through a bit of an interesting patch. So Lightning, I imagine, are hoping for a win on the road. So be interesting.
That'd be good, yeah.
That'd be good to get them on up and running again.
So more power to their elbow, the girls, and to Bedford. And we will regroup ready for another blast of the South Africans. Should be in the competition.
And we hope to have dazzle news, because surely the Saints will know what to do with the stash that turns up, and we can actually find out whether there really are ginger biscuits. So a message for Richard, our dear friend Richard, who gave us some lovely feedback last week about Mrs. C and I. He was not happy that Mrs. C dissed the ginger biscuits. Yes. And he did get a response from Dr. T, who makes a lovely ginger biscuit. Two sorts. He does one with real lumps of, stem ginger, crystallised ginger, whatever it is, and then just one without the bits. And they're both lovely. But Miss J wouldn't countenance either of them. She's not having any of that. I love them. She doesn't.
I love a ginger biscuit. Love a ginger biscuit.
A cup of tea and a ginger biscuit. Not that I can at the minute. I'm about to have my mouth sorted out, thank God, with my dentist. But Richard,
they won't have a repetition of toast in the teeth.
Richard, Miss J said, Mrs. C, oh God, I've done it again. Mrs. C said, you're not eating no ginger biscuits. That's it.
That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. That's more for me.
Yeah.
Never a problem.
Yeah, and that's the way to look at it, Richard. That's all I can say. And Leslie, we have also got a feedback on our dear friend Leslie, long-time listener, who met me and the then Miss J, now Mrs. C, at Cambridge, the match we referred to in the pod. And I'd completely forgotten that. But when she mentioned it, it's like, of course, yes. We bumped into her. It was the only time she'd ever been to Cambridge. There you go. So, so it's... I don't think the weather's going to be quite like it was in Poe on Sunday.
No, I don't think so.
I have a funny feeling I'm going to get wet because it's that time of year. But, hey, I won't shrink. As long as it doesn't hail, I really don't care.
Well, that's it now. You just put the rubbing kibosh on it now.
Oh, and I'm gonna sink into the, puddle that I'm, I just know I am. Yes, just know it's going to happen. I'll be dripping my way round. Here's to a good game.
I'll be haloing.
You'll be haloing.
I'll be haloing.
Dr. T will be haloing. I'm hoping now. I will put I might put a message out, Mrs. Saunders, on the Facebook, on the Bird Face page, saying that we might be delayed with publication because if the Virgin hasn't got herself sorted, I can't upload it. So we might have recorded it, but I might not be able to get it live. So I might put a little message out on the the Facebook Ladies Wot page saying sorry until the Virgin gets herself sorted.
What happens when you get back from the dentist?
More exciting.
What I was going to say, I might embrace the season. I might go with there may be a bit of tinsel around me halo hat. You never know.
Now, somebody talking. You've just reminded me. Somebody said to me,
"Oh yeah,"
that they were playing the role of you at the game. In that, when they went to the loo, we scored, and I can't remember who it was.
Oh, so glad.
I apologise to the person concerned because they were so happy that they'd managed to play you.
Brilliant. Yeah, there be times when we're under the cosh and half the stadium is queuing for the loo and it's not even half time. We get, what is going on? What is happening? Why are all these women disappearing?
Oh dear me. Now, I said I'd mention the press room. the press room. So Graham and Lenny need to take both of you need to watch French radio, how they do the interviews after a game. So I went into the press room as you do to pack your gear away and then go meet Dr. T and find the bus that's in an obscure part of the ground to get back into town. Very weird. Anyway, so I sit down and I start taking the cameras apart. And in the corner is a little studio that they set up, a little temporary studio, where they're interviewing. Well, they were interviewing the big bloke that was smiling, nephew of Olivier Brouzet, and I think one of the wingers. Anyway, so Graham and Lenny are terribly polite and lovely. No, French radio. Oh, Phineas. Woo, this is getting a bit. So there was none of your arm round the shoulder, Graham being quite,
What a shame. You've managed to go so far undefeated, and you've been undefeated, and you've let these English pig dogs come in, and
but it was quite passionate.
Sort of
it was
thing,
like,
really.
ooh. Yes. So I was like, ooh, and because my French is terrible, Dr. Jones would have loved every minute of it. But yes, his Duolingo French stood him in good stead, by the way. But yes, they were quite earnest, and it was quite funny because you had Graham and Lenny interviewing Douse with Liz Tyler stood next to him just outside the other side of the window, and then you had this temporary studio in the press room going full tilt. And the comparison could have been made more stark.
There you go.
Anyway, so, and when you're in, the other thing, ladies and gentlemen, is when you're in France, you have to do 2 TV interviews. So Mitch had to be interviewed twice, as did Douse. Once with local television and then once with Premier Sports.
Oh, both were fluent in French, of course.
Well, there was much sort of,
Oh, God, you've just reminded me then, and we're talking about being fluent in French, the infamous double act of...
the Sonora Elgin interview with Louis Picamol.
by Harry
Sarah
Mallender.
looks at Harry Mallender, who's been sent to go act as the translator. She looks at him and says, "Are you fluent in French?" "No, I did Spanish."
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh.
Awesome.
Yeah, we did actually talk about Sarah in the pub on Sunday night. With, if you remember, Samu, who used to misbehave terribly every time she had to interview him.
Yes.
Because he'd lean on her shoulder.
Yeah.
Naughty boy. I think she liked him. Anyway. So, ladies and
He
gentlemen.
was very charming. That's a wrap.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap. 59 minutes and 40 odd seconds. So, sorry, horses. But you're indoors a bit more now. So, you know, get over it. And the dog walker, hopefully an hour is good enough. Yeah.
Well, it'll have to be, because we've places to be. You've got to go to the dentist. I'm off up to Birmingham for a very nice late lunch.
Aren't you? Yes.
And then Anna Lapwood in concert. So that's why we're going to. Not to go up to Birmingham for a late lunch with people from Northampton and Rugby. That'd be foolish. We are then going to a concert afterwards. So.
Excellent. Well, have a lovely time. That was the Ladies Wot Pod, Series 2, Episode 20. And I've got to find the button again.
Indeed.
Oh, there it is.
You've got to find the button in a different place.
Thank you to Dr. Jones's iPhone, because it did the job.
Yeah, well done. See you all soon. Thank you. Bye.